Hello friends, this is Pratik Kanthalia, and in today's video we talk about how costly is a vaccine. Before watching this video, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. An infected and impatient world needs protection from COVID-19. It is such an irony of life. First humans kill animals for satisfaction of tongue and result in a disease COVID-19, and now we are waiting for a vaccine which involves torturing of thousands and lakhs of animals. The COVID-19 coronavirus has knocked our world off its axis, and the same question is on everyone's mind: how fast will a vaccine be ready? Let's understand the process of making a vaccine. Vaccine testing in particular consumes an estimated 2.5 million animals every year because vaccines are often produced by weakening, inactivating or detoxifying a virulent microorganism or toxin. Following animals are used for testing. A. Pig. A pig has a high similarity to humans in its physiology and immune system. The kidney and liver are similar in size and function of a human. B. Cows and pigs. C. Sheep. They are attractive animal model due to their relatively low cost. D. Horses. They are used mostly for vaccines used for elders due to its longevity. E. Rats, mice. F. Dogs. G. Chimpanzee, monkeys. H. Rabbits. For making of any medicine or vaccine, the following tests are mandatory. A. Acute, short-term toxicity. If any medicine is to be used for short period, would it have any poisonous effect on humans? To check this, the testing is done on 7 to 20 rats, dogs or primates. Subchronic toxicity, 14 to 180 days usage. To check this, the testing is done on rats plus dogs or primates. Chronic toxicity, any medicine used for lifetime. To check whether it would have any adverse effect on humans, this test is done on 120 rats plus 3 dogs. D. For cancer effect, this testing is done on 400 rats plus 400 mice. E. Checking of side effects on reproductive system. Segment I, 2500 rats are used. Segment 2, birth defects, 900 rabbits plus 1300 rats. Segment 3, numerous rats. Genetic toxicity, generations. To check this testing is done on hamster, mice. G. Immune system toxicity. To check this testing is done on 32 rats. H. Skin, eye, mucosal irritation. To check this testing is done on 3 rabbits per test. For absorption, distribution, metabolism, excretion and pharmacological interaction. To check all these activities of human body after the extensive battery of animal testing is done on many animal testing, drugs or vaccines goes through 3 phases of clinical trial before they are considered for widespread human use. Phase 1 trial tests for safety and gives a rough idea of how much vaccine is needed. The Phase 2 researchers work out dosing and safety in more detail in a somewhat larger group. Then the Phase 3, the vaccine is given to a much larger group and compared with an unvaccinated control group to see whether it really prevents disease. After the Phase 3, then the vaccine developer will submit a biologics license application to the FDA. After FDA's application, it would inspect the factory and if satisfied would give an approval. Animals go through the above process, causing them physical and mental pain. Imagine living inside a locked closet without any control over any aspect of life. You can't choose when and what you eat, how will you spend your time, when will you be in brightness and when in darkness, etc. This is life of an animal in a laboratory of deprivation, isolation and misery. A. Animals are infected with diseases that they would never normally contract. 1. Tiny MCE grow tumors as large as their own bodies. 2. Kittens are purposely blinded. 3. Primate skulls are cut open and electrodes are implanted in them. Animals live in fear every time someone walks by their cages. Often they see other animals die right in front of them. B. Animals are also ear-notched and tail-chipped for identification of which drug they are tested on. C. Food and water deprivation. D. Infliction of wounds, bumps and other injuries to study healing. E. Infliction of pain to study its physiology and treatment. How animals are treated after testing is completed. Animals used for vaccines, drugs or experiments are usually bred in captivity. These animals cannot simply be sent into the wild or into homes as they would not be able to cope or survive. Therefore animals are gently killed. D. After testing, animals are put in a carbon dioxide gas chamber that they inhale and result in death. B. Animal are given a strong sedative e.e. aesthetic to put them to sleep forever. C. Breaking the animal's spine for fast death. D. Animals undergo brain irradiation as results in fast death and then the researcher keeps the brain tissue of animals. E. Animals are killed by gunshots also. Cattle or sheep are killed by electrocution. F. Imagine all the tests for drugs or vaccines or experiments are repeated multiple times until all the following criteria are met. A. All the animals survive the observation period. B. None of the animals show any weight loss at the end of observation period. C. None of the animals show toxic signs. Can you imagine the physical and mental torture animals go through to keep selfish humans alive and kicking? Animals in laboratories suffer on a massive scale. Millions of animals are used for trial of vaccination. They are also used as breeding machines, killed for their body parts or left to languish in cages for their entire life. For whom is all this so that selfish terrified humans can live longer and destroy animals, trees, vegetation, nature etc. again? We are so terrified to come out of our houses till the vaccine is not produced. Don't give a second thought at what cost are we waiting for a vaccine. We don't mind taking a vaccine at the cost of death of so many animals, but we won't think of living the right way, eating the right food so that all this would increase OU immunity and we fight against COVID-19.